Ciao Nick, how are you?
How you doing, Marco?
Good to see you, man. Nick, this is Costa. Costa, this is Nick.
How are you?
How you doing? You alright?
Very good, thank you.
Nick and I are doing some cooking today. We're looking at getting some fresh barramundi. What have you got in at the moment?
We have barramundi, fresh barramundi fillets here from the Northern Territory. Absolutely fantastic, with the skin on, boneless, brilliant. Or we have another barramundi available. It's whole, comes from South Australia.
What do you think, Nick?
Costa, we have to go with the South Australian produce. What we're going to do today is probably fillet it and put it with a laksa. How would this baby barramundi go with laksa, being poached in laksa?
Barramundi is a very versatile fish. In a laksa, beautiful, absolutely fantastic. There we go. Magnificent.
Okay, so we've got our fish now, Nick. What else do we need?
Let's head down to the Asian grocer and find some nice Asian veg to go in this laksa.
Fantastic, and some spices to go with.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
All right, Marco, so we've got some white flesh fish here. We've got the baby barramundi this morning. A selection of Asian veg as well. Up the front, we've got some snake beans,
Cool.
Enoki mushrooms,
Yep.
kaffir limes, bok choy. Found this baby asparagus, coriander, some bean sprouts. So I've got a baby barramundi here that I've already taken the fillets off. We're just going to remove the wing. Also too, we're going to take the bones out in the middle.
Yep.
So we're going to repeat the process on the other fillet, and then we'll look at rolling them up. So we've got the fillets here ready to go. So we're just going to put them on the top of the board. Grab a little bit of bok choy.
Yep.
What we're going to do is just trim that off. A little bit of asparagus spears. What we're going to do is just trim these down a little bit so they fit into our steamer.
Yep.
Enoki mushrooms.
Beautiful.
Tell me some other uses we can use for gnocchi mushrooms other than Asian recipes.
Believe it or not, I mean, enoki are actually really versatile. They're quite a crunchy mushroom, so they can actually be used from raw. You could actually throw them into a salad. Believe it or not, I've actually tried enoki right through to candied on a dessert.
Really? Wow.
Absolutely amazing. It's one mushroom I can actually say worked in a dessert. I've tried a few and they weren't so great. But
Yep.
the enoki actually candied quite well.
So back to our fish. We're going to lay it down, the skin up, and then we're going to place the vegetables onto the middle of the fish, and we're just going to roll it up. We'll grab the other fillet, and we're going to roll that around as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
To secure that, what we're going to do is we're going to put a bamboo skewer through it.
Cool.
So we've got the skewer sitting in there. That's going to hold it nice and tight while we're cooking
Perfect.
it. So we'll put that up the top, and we'll start getting ready our laksa base.
Yeah, beautiful.
We're going to start it off in a sauteuse.
So we add our vegetable oil.
Put in some of our red curry paste.
This is another one that is readily available from the Asian stores in the market.
Yeah, it's very easy to find.
That looks like it's sauteing down nicely.
Yeah. I'm going to add a little bit of fish stock.
Now, if we were making a chicken dish, we could use a chicken stock.
Yeah, if you're making a chicken curry, you'd use a chicken stock. But because we're going for the seafood, or the fish today, it's best to use a fish stock.
That smells awesome, Nick.
As you can smell, the sharpness is really starting to come
Yeah.
away from it now. I'm going to add a little bit more fish stock in. So we're making a coconut-based laksa today. So we're going to add in some coconut milk. Into that also too, we're going to add some kaffir lime. So we're just going to cut the stem out of this.
Why have we chosen kaffir lime?
Kaffir limes go fantastically in Asian cooking. They
Yeah,
add
beautiful.
that real freshness,
Exactly.
real zing into a dish.
Yeah.
So we'll put those in. And we're just going to let them cook down and get all the flavours infused. It's really starting to cook down. A lot of the really sharp flavours are starting to disappear.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting that nice balanced aroma coming through.
So what we're going to do is just make sure we've got that at a simmer. In a bamboo steamer, we're going to put our fish in the steamer.
Yep.
We're going to put a lid on it, and then we're going to put it on top of our laksa. We're going to use the flavour from the Laksa to come up and steam the fish.
Fantastic.
So there's no point wasting the flavours that are going to come out.
Yeah, that's awesome. How's our fish looking, Nick?
Look at that, Marco.
That's awesome.
So we're going to put some snake beans in with it as well. And we're going to leave that for about another 4 or 5 minutes.
Beautiful. So what are we going to do with the rest of our vegetables?
So while we're waiting for that, what we're going to do is we're going to get some chilies.
Now we're going for a hot chili?
Now this is quite a mild chili.
Okay.
We don't want anything too hot. You can always add a little bit of chili later on if you like it.
Yep.
So we're going to remove the seeds. So that's going to take away some of the heat of it. We're just going to julienne this up.
Again, julienne just chopping finely on an angle, yeah?
Some of our coriander. We're going to take some nice kaffir lime. And again, we're going to take the stem out of the middle.
Yep. That's just because the stem's chewy, yeah?
Yep. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll these up. Make a little lime cigar. And then we're going to julienne that as well, nice and fine. So let's see how our fish is going. So that's steaming away quite nicely.
Now again, I'm not a fish person. How do we tell when our fish is close to ready?
The flesh will start to get firm, and also too the colour will change. It will go from opaque to white.
Yeah, cool.
So we've got a silver bowl down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some bean sprouts on the bottom as a little bit of a base. We're going to use a little bit more of the bok choy. And what we're going to do is when we bring the fish out, we're going to put the bok choy quickly into the laksa and just cook it out quickly in there. We're just going to finish off our laksa base. What is very, very important in Asian cookery is make sure you're testing your seasoning. All right, Marco, so that's coming along nicely. What we do need to add is we need to add a little bit of fish sauce.
Yeah, cool.
So in Asian cookery, we use fish sauce a lot more than we use salt.
Yeah, sure.
Because fish sauce is quite salty. We're also going to add in a little bit of palm sugar. So that's adding a sweetness to the laksa. Just shave off the palm sugar. So we're going to drop that in. One way to adjust your laksas and your curries, if you have made it a little bit too hot, you can always put a little bit more coconut milk in.
Oh, cool.
So by putting in the coconut milk, you can adjust the spice. It's at this point, we're going to put in some of the bok choy. So we're going to blanch that in the bottom of the laksa. So from there, we've got our base of bean sprouts. We're going to put our bok choy onto the top of that. And it's creating another base for our fish to sit on. Also in with that, we're going to add our snake beans.
Cool.
We're going to pull the skewer out of our fish. We're going to put our fish onto our base. Add a little bit more laksa over the top. A few lime cheeks. I'm going to add some coriander, a little bit of fresh enoki. A few of the julienne chili, and a few of the kaffir lime.
Voila.
And there we go, Marco.
That's awesome. Yeah.
White flesh fish, poached in laksa.
Fantastic.
Snake beans, bok choy.
Yeah. Let's try it. Now it's going to have to be good to impress me because I'm not a fish person.
This fish is just going to, it's going to be so soft.
That just melts.
I'm not
Not
sure
bad
about
for
you,
fish.
Marco, but that's beautiful.
Not bad for fish.
The way we've delicately poached it with the laksa really infuses into the white flesh fish. Vegetables, a little bit of crunch, there's a little bit of chili there, coriander.
A little bit of spice coming through.
All my favourite Asian flavours are in there. So Marco, until we do it again.
Always a pleasure, Nick.
Thanks, Marco.